Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. I hope you're okay. It's Wednesday, just gone 5 o'clock here in the UK. What are we, midday Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are okay. And of course, sending our love and prayers to everyone in Florida today too, keeping up to speed with everything which is going on there in the news. So we send you all of our love. But listen, it's lovely to have you here with us. It is a craft along for the final hour of live output today. And it's our award-winning show, of course, where we do a project in real time, so you've got the opportunity to craft along with us. If you've already got this Thanksgiving collection, hopefully you've got your bits and pieces and you are ready to go, you're ready to craft along with us. If not, we will give you opportunity to do that. What's also great about this show is if you like what you see during the show, not only the product, but also the project, you can pick it up in the show. We've got all of the options available for you, including the Showstopper. So stick with us. It should be a brilliant show. We will say a few hellos in just a few moments' time, but let's say the most important hello of them all to the lady who is leading the craft along. It is the one and only Debbie Fisher. How are you?
I'm really well, Ben. Yes, it's been a good day. I've really enjoyed this morning because we did that crafty stash. Got another one tomorrow with storage. But yes, it's all about that Thanksgiving collection, which I adore. And I had to use the turkey just for you. Yes, of course. That turkey is just amazing. And I figured out of all this collection, it's the one that you'd want to see and how you put him together. I know it's self-explanatory and it's easy enough to do. I just thought I'd show you my take on it. And believe it or not, this is all made, the whole turkey is made with craft card. And we've just done some colouring to bring in that colour on there. So I thought it'd be a good idea to show that in the craft along. But you do need some recipe to create with. So what you're going to need is your Thanksgiving collection. I've used the Happy Thanksgiving stamp and die, the Thankful stamp and die set, the Thanksgiving turkey die set, and the 6x6 paper pad. I'm also using some tri-blend markers, the opaque pigment ink pads. I'm using the Bordeaux and the Friar Brown, Seal Brown we're using on that. And then we're using some vintage Halloween luxury linen card, the craft card, white card, and then a few additional items that you're going to need, and that is your Gemini die cutting machine. I've used some ivory card blanks. I'm using two. I'll show you why soon. One we're going to use as the 6x6, one to cut up into. We're using some gems and the gem adhesive from the Touch of Sparkle. We need a guillotine, your stamping platform, your ink daubers, your pokey tool, a wax tool to pick up the gems, your tape pen, tacky glue, and some foam pads. So grab all those things together and then we'll get started in just a minute.
Marvellous stuff. It's going to be a fun project, isn't it? And hopefully you can gobble up all the bargains tonight.
He's on one.
We've got Jan on the socials, already in is PB Brewer Martin, and I love this message. Thank you. You say, I'm so excited about this Thanksgiving show from Debbie and Ben and all. If any watching this did not see the Craft Your Stash this morning, you owe it to yourself to watch the replay. You say, it was so great.
Oh, how lovely. Such a lovely comment. Thank you so much for that. I have to tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed that show. I really love going back to basics, and that's so nice. It's when we get comments like that. Thank you so much.
Then we're doing another one tomorrow, all about storage, and then we've got an embossing crafty stash on Friday.
There's Friday.
Where are we? Who are we? What are we doing? Stamping we've done, glue we've already done as well if you want to go back and watch those from Monday and Tuesday. Terry H says, hi Jan, Ben and Debbie, I'm excited to listen whilst working from home in Iowa. Hello. Hello also to Crystal, says good afternoon, and Laurie Barnett says, hello crafty friends, beautiful day here in Gilbert, Arizona. The excessive heat warning has finally been lifted. Whew. Brenda K. Tatchell says hello, so happy to be with you. We're happy you're here. And Wendy Graham says hi, Ben, Debbie, Jan, and all the crafters. I've had a busy day, busy afternoon, cooking beetroot and slicing it. I couldn't craft at the minute as my hands are a shade of beetroot. I love beetroot. Do you like beetroot?
No.
Oh, do you not?
No. Oh. No, I don't like beetroot. Although I've never had just pure beetroot. I've only tried it when it's been pickled.
Roasted beetroot's lovely.
Oh, okay.
Should maybe get like fresh beetroot and roast it. Roast it, it's really nice. I had some beetroot for my lunch today. Not just beetroot, obviously, but beetroot within a salad. Very tasty it was too. Hillary's in saying hello everyone from Hillary and Holly Collie, sending love to everyone in Florida, as are we. Stephanie says good afternoon Debbie, Ben and friends from a sunny warm Farmingdale, New Jersey, and some bloke called Alistair Vile says all right you two. All right yourself.
All right out. It's the first time actually I haven't spoken to him all day. I've been so busy and literally I just haven't got a chance, but I'll speak to him when I get home.
Anything you want to say now, or?
Hello, Al. I am alive.
She's been very busy. She's been pulled from pillar to post today.
I have.
Let's have a look at this showstopper, then I'll take you through it all. Just to say from the off, everything you're about to see here, you can pick up individually should you wish to, but the showstopper is brilliant value for money actually, because you are going to get all of the elements included, but then some bonus elements to it. I love this die with the leaf. It's brilliant, isn't it?
It's just an amazing one. It works really well. And what I really love is that you've got that outside cutting edge one, which just cuts the leaf out, which we're going to be using in this craft along.
Really, really lovely. And again, yes, for Thanksgiving, but if you just want to give thanks to someone at any point, then it's a beautiful die to go for. You've got your thankful stamp and die set too. And once again, you know, you are, of course, going to be using that over the Thanksgiving month, the harvest month, but just a lovely sentiment to have to pop on any project right throughout the year. So thankful for you, thankful for everything you do. You've then got your grateful and blessed. So that is more of your sort of harvest vegetables, if you like, your squashes and your pumpkins. You've got your little acorn there as well and some beautiful foliage, potentially like build a little harvest wreath with that. And then here he is, the star of the show. That was the turkey noise.
We will take your word, that's how a turkey sounds.
That's the noise they make, isn't it? Yeah, there he is, look at him.
What is that thing called?
Oh, we ask this every time.
Because when I was creating with it, I thought, what is? I meant to Google it and I didn't know what it's called, but it must be called something.
It's called. We had this every single show that we did. Hang on, turkey nose.
Turkey wobbler.
The wattle.
Oh, a wattle.
It's the wattle.
A wattle. And what does it do? Wattling.
It wattles.
So it wattles. Is that the name?
It cools the turkey down, and it's. Oh, apparently it's used for mating season as well. Apparently. And when a predator appears, blood may retract from the wattle, making it turn blue.
What, the wattle turn blue or the turkey?
The wattle turns blue. I don't mean the turkey does.
Turkey stopped breathing, it's gone blue.
And then
He
the
won't
turkey just goes,
recognise me, I'm not a turkey.
dear. So there we go, we've learned already, haven't we? You're also going to get within this collection the things we talk about. Your 24-sheet single-sided Thanksgiving pad. This is really lovely, actually, because you've got a selection of your harvest plaids in here, plus some really stunning, beautiful harvest florals and foliage in there. It's a really lovely mix of designs, actually. You can get this individually, but what's so good about the Showstopper is you get all the dies and the stamps I've just shown you. Then you're going to get 2 of these 6x6 pads. And then for an extra £20 or $20, we're going to give you £30 or $40 worth of free stuff. And that free stuff is the Thankful and Blessed linen cardstock. So you've got the beautiful autumnal shades in here, which will just work perfectly with all of your autumnal and harvest makes. Works perfectly with your Thanksgiving paper pad, of course, as well. There are 6 colours in there. You're getting 4 sheets of each within that set. And then you're also going to get your 12x12 Harvest Time plaid. This one, again, is 36 sheets, single-sided, so you're not having to make that choice, but it is just a lovely collection of beautiful pattern papers in all of those autumnal, rich, warm autumnal colours, and some fantastic plaids. And actually, some of the colours in here, like that one, for example, I really think you can kind of move into your wintertime and festive makes as well. So that with the linen should be an extra £20 or $20. Sorry, £30 or $40, but you're paying just an extra £20 or $20 for that within the Showstopper. If you just want the dies on their own, you can. If you just want the extras of the paper pad on their own, you can. But the Showstopper is the best value for money. £44 platinum or $52 is your platinum price. Few more quick hellos and we'll get into it. Amani says, such adorable card. Can't wait to see how Debbie creates it so I can give it a try. Greetings to Deborah, who's watching in Texas. Mary Pat joins us from Montana, and Amelie says, hi everyone, hanging out here in the background. Hopefully I'll get a chance to craft along later, but more importantly, hopefully everyone is safe and well. Amen to that. If you are crafting along or plan to, give us a little holler on the socials so we can give you a mention.
Holla.
Holla. But let's get into it with Debbie. Where do we need to start?
Right, we're starting with the turkey. We're going to make up the turkey and put him together. So let's take all those pieces off of our Thanksgiving turkey. So, I mean, you might have someone that just keeps pet turkeys, mightn't you? I mean, do people keep turkeys as pets?
Well, I don't. Do they? Let us know if you have a pet turkey. Oh, we'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Right, so I'm going to take these pieces and we're going to leave the eyes on here. We're going to leave the warbler?
Wattle.
Wattle. Warbler. Just made a new word up. And his nose as well. And we're just going to cut those out of white cardstock. So we're going to pop those to the side at the moment. Don't need all of this actually, so let's trim this down. Just grab a pair of scissors and trim this one. Now, your actual turkey feathers, what would you call that as well?
The feathers, plumage.
Plumage, so feathers, yes.
Feathers, yeah.
Plumage. You can emboss that afterwards as well. So we're going to just pop all these on, like so. I love that we've got all the dies. We've even got 2 wings, so you haven't got to cut one and then turn it over. You can use them all. And we're also going to cut the turkey head out as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting any low-tack tape down. I'm just going to be incredibly careful. I've got all new plates here. I like these.
Wow, how did you get that past Tracy?
I know, well, it was, I went to Jake.
Ah, yeah, soft touch.
Yeah, so it's really nice using these plates. I can't remember the last time I had some new plates. I'm going to be completely honest. Right, so once we've done that, let's take all those pieces off. And then we're going to sand this one back through because you can see it gives a very faint line. So we can just we can just about see it. But actually, if you put that back in, we're just going to push all them to the side, like so. It's not new no more.
No.
We're going to place that back on there, holding that so I know that's all locked in place. And while I'm holding it, I'm just going to place my mat on top and hold that down like that. That way it won't move.
Yeah.
So then we're just going to, we're going to take out our magnetic shim. So for anyone that's not embossed a die before, it's your cutting plate, then your die facing upwards this time with your rubber mat down, your plastic shim, and then your white cutting plate on the top. And then you're just going to run that through. You would use that same platform if you were embossing a stencil like we was doing this morning as well. So it's a really nice way to use your embossing mat. Now what that's going to do, it's going to push all that detail, there we go, so you can see straight away, we can now see that much clearer, which is amazing. If I turn it round so we can see it close up, you'll be able to see all that beautiful detail
Amazing,
in there.
yeah.
And that creates those back feathers. I must admit, when I first see this die, I genuinely thought, oh no, we're going to have to cut all those feathers individually, line them all up, put them on the back, and then I thought, I should stop before I say anything, because actually what they did was done a whole die that does it all for you.
Yeah.
And even there, that's slightly moved. I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to trim that little edge piece off and have all our pieces. Right, so once we've got these pieces, let's start to pop this together, or do a little bit more to it as well. So I'm just going to make sure we keep all these bits, put them out the way so I don't lose any. I'll pop them on the sheet afterwards. And I'm going to start first of all with an alcohol pen.
Okay.
So don't think you can't use your alcohol pen to go on top of these. So I'm just going to use my card here, and in fact I'm going to use the back of it because it's a slightly different card, so you'll be able to see it a little bit clearer. And I'm going to go in with the second, so the mid colour of the red, and then we're just going to sort of a little piece down, just do a little wiggle sort of line, and then we can colour the rest in. And literally all I'm doing, look how well that craft card takes our pens.
Yeah, it does.
So good. And I like red and craft card. I think it works really well. And I'm just going around the edges, making sure that we've got all of that covered. And then if you take it off, you'll be able to see if you've missed any. That's come out beautifully. So that's our head covered there. So that's one piece. Then what we're going to do is do some colouring on our other parts. So this bit here, I'm going to actually use a red-brown blend, and I'm going to use the lightest colour, and all I'm going to do is literally just draw onto those lines.
Okay.
So even though we've got that embossed line, I just want to make those stand out a little bit more. Now you could use a ruler if you wanted to. I don't think you need one, you just need to go down these lines because we're going to be adding ink as well in a second. So it's just following those lines down. You can see how easy it is because you're just following that embossed detail.
We can say hi to Carletta whilst we're watching you. Who's joined us, Whitney O'Toole, and Al says, my mate Bernard Matthews keeps turkeys not far from me in Norfolk. I bet they're beautiful, aren't they, Al? Beautiful.
That's actually true. Years ago, just out in Banham, so near Banham Zoo, Turkey Matthews Farm was out there.
Yeah.
We lived right next door to it.
Yeah, Bernard Matthews.
Bernard Matthews, yes.
And Victoria says there's a farm in Florida I follow on Instagram, Knuckle Bump Farm.
Knuckle Bump, that's brilliant.
They have all kinds of rescue animals, including ostriches, turkeys, ducks, pigs, etc. And they sometimes do hilarious videos. Well, that I will be following after the show, Victoria. Anywhere that's called Knuckle Bump Farm deserves a follow.
Absolutely, definitely does. Right, now we're going to add some of our Bordeaux, which is our darkest of our red ink pad. So I'm going to use this and tap. I normally go straight in, but I am going to tap off some because I don't want it too dark with the red. And we're going to just bring it in very softly round the edges. And then you can just a little bit, I don't want it too much, I don't want to make it too red. So we're literally just using a little bit of highlight on those edges. And that's just going to really add that accent. And then we're going to just go around the rest. And we're coming in a little bit because I still want to edge this with some of the brown as well. But this is just really highlighting those feathers.
I love this collection because I think you've got a little bit of everything in this, haven't you, as far as like Thanksgiving's concerned. If you want to do a little bit more of a serious, well, not serious, but you know what I mean, like a traditional Thanksgiving, you've got that. And then all of a sudden this turkey just like jumps out
up.
I think he's brilliant, honestly.
It's so good, isn't he?
Full of character.
Yeah, he definitely is. And then just on the tips there, we want to make that a little bit darker. So we're literally going round. And if you wanted to, I mean, I'm using the pigment ink pad, and the only reason being is I like the chalky finish that the pigment ink pads give. So you can use any of your ink pads. You could use your quick drying, your water reactive, and you'll get a darker image because these are quite sort of lighter and chalkier. So just going all the way around that image. And then if you did want to just highlight any more, you can sort of come in, again, just add in that little bit of shade. You're going to be covering a lot of this centre piece up, remember. So all I want to do is try and highlight those pieces.
All brilliant tips because, like you say, as a beginner, you might have just cut this out in your craft card stock and left it there. But these little adds of ink and adds of colour just sort of helps kind of bring it to life a bit more, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely it does. Then we're going to take this piece here. So you've got all different pieces. Let me just show you how these go. This, believe it or not, is the bottom half of your turkey.
Yep.
So I want to do this darker brown. So this piece, you're going to do the bottom, and we're just going to come in with some darker of the brown, just round like that. So that's going to give that beautiful opaque finish on the bottom. Then this piece, this piece here, that's going to be your next layer. We're not going to do anything to that. That's going to sit onto here. And then this layer is your final layer, which is going to come round here. And we're going to add some red and brown onto that one. So we're going to tone that one in with the feathers. That wind, we can't complain about the wind. I mean, I did hear this morning that the winds are getting up to 160 miles an hour in Florida.
Yeah, I've seen the video.
Oh, I hope you all stay. I'm so sorry to hear that if anyone's from Florida. It's just horrendous. But yeah, very windy, isn't it?
Hi to Sarah Thompson who's joined us, saying hello everyone. Anne says, we have wild turkeys around here. Where are you again, Anne? I forget. I try and keep track of where everyone is. And Victoria says, Knuckle Bump Farm, one of the ostriches, that's not easy to say, is called Emmanuel, and he is hilarious. Check it out later. Well, I know what I'm going to be doing tonight. Going to Knuckle Bump Farm. Look at the turkey.
He's really coming together, isn't he? So the only thing I'm missing, so let me is his wings. What's happened to his wings? I definitely cut them out, unless they're still in there. They are, look, they're still in the dye. still in the die. So we're just going to pop that one out, and then the other one. Good job, I put these all where I knew they would be. Yep, over in there.
You've obviously got the dies for his little eyes as well. Would you be tempted sometimes to just draw those on, or?
Oh, absolutely. And we're going to make the eyes because I'm not going to skirt around anything, Ben. Like, yes, they're a little bit fiddly. I'm going to try and show you the easiest way I found to do them. But yeah, I think nothing wrong with just putting a little dot in the middle.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's absolutely fine. I love the fact as well, we've given you two different pupils. So you can make your turkey look different. And I'll show you what I mean when I'll cut both of them out and show you, because you do have two different sorts.
Okay.
So you've got your wings there, which are obviously going to go just at the side, so you can see how your turkey's all coming together nice and quickly. It looks really cool, doesn't it?
It does.
Right, so all I'm going to do now is grab myself some kitchen towel just to get rid of this. Like so. There we go. And then we're going to do the eyes, and then we can put the turkey together. So with your pack, you've then got, and in fact, I'll tell you what I will do, Ben. I'm going to bring in my little Gemini Mini, because we don't need a big machine to do these. And that way you can really keep track of your eyes, because they are tiny. So I had some white card, it's disappeared, so I'm just going to grab a little bit. So I really need a small bit for his eyes, like so. So they're going to be the bigger pieces, so we're just going to cut both of those out.
Yeah.
And then these ones I'm going to do as well. In fact, you know what I have got? I've just gone and got, that's watercolour cardstock, and I want to colour in, which doesn't take our alcohol pen, so I am just going to switch these ones.
So those two bigger circles are for like the whites of his eyes, yeah?
Yes.
And then you've got the wattle and his beak.
Yes.
And then the pupils.
So the wattle we're going to put on there, and then we're going to take a little bit of black cardstock.
Yeah.
And just put those inner parts on. I'm going to show you both of those, so he can have sort of wonky eyes, which and then I'll show you the one that I did as well.
I'm digging the idea of a turkey with wonky eyes, so looking forward to this.
They do look really cool. So, and that one we need as well, his little beak. So just pop those down. Definitely use your Gemini Mini, because just move it forward a little bit. You can just keep track of exactly where those eyes are. Pop that to the side. So what I would suggest now is having your tweezers.
Right.
So your tweezers, that enable you to pick them up and be able to put them on. So what you want to do is let's take that first eye out. So we're literally just going to pop that one. I'm going to actually leave them on there, so we've got the two eyes, like so, and then we've got these ones here. So I'm just going to place that through.
You definitely want your magnetic storage for these, don't you? So you don't lose those little dies.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a brilliant idea. That would be very cool. I'm just going to put all these to one side so I know where they are. And then if I take that one away, you'll be able to see those two eyes there. Can you see how tiny they are?
Cool,
they are very small. So those ones we're going to colour in a second. So let's just take those ones out. Wattle. I keep calling it a wattle, is that right?
Yeah, wattle. What did you call it first?
I don't know what I called it before.
Warbler.
A warbler. A warbler. A warbler is what we used to call when we used to put the toppers on a spring, and they used to warble.
Wobbler.
No, but we used to call them warblers.
Did you?
Yeah. Keith from Kilo Keith, he called them warblers as well.
Did he?
Yeah. Yeah. You look like you're not trusting me. I'm not
I thought they were
making
called wobblers.
No, warblers.
Wobblers.
It probably is. It's just me making it up. So all I'm going to do is put two dots inside there. Yeah. So that's the easiest way to do it. Use your tacky glue in your little bottle. I'm warbling myself then. Warblers is a bird, isn't it?
A warbler, yeah. Wow, that is precision sticky in there with the tweezers. But like you say, I mean, if you are maybe the eyesight's not great like mine, or you haven't got quite a steady hand, you can obviously just take maybe your art liners or something, can't you, and just draw the eye on if you wanted to.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. It's so,
His eyes.
I know. It's so nice because now I'm wearing my glasses, I can see so well.
Yeah.
Right, I am going to stick these on because I don't want to lose these for the next person that's going to be using them. I say that, it'll be me because these are my ones from home. So I'm just literally popping these back on. So what's the time? I think, Ben, should we have a little break?
Yeah.
Because that way people that are literally trying to stick their eyes, let them have a little chance to stick their eyes together, not literally their own eyes.
That's something I thought you'd never say on Crafters TV.
We'll let you catch up with that and then we'll put our turkey together and make the card.
Yeah. You lot go away and stick your eyes together, yeah? I've got to go to Knuckle Bump Farm. Jane Adams says, I love Emmanuel. Don't do it, Emmanuel. What does that mean? I need to find out. I'm going to put googly eyes on my turkey, says Anne. And Victoria says, yes, googly eyes for Tim the turkey. Is that what we're calling him? Good news.
Tim the turkey.
Pat says, by the way, I'll pass this on. Debbie, your nails are beautiful, says Pat.
Oh, thank you.
And Al says, it sounds like Debs is warbling on again.
It's very true.
And Jane says, I have a friend that used to live in Sacramento where there were lots of wild turkeys in his neighbourhood.
Oh, that's nice.
They hated the mailman and wouldn't let him out of his truck and would chase him. I've told you guys before, haven't I, about the time we went to Paignton Zoo when we lived back down in Devon, and we went to the petting zoo bit, and there was me and Laura, and George was in just a pushchair at the time, and there was a turkey wandering around, and honestly, for whatever reason, he took a severe dislike to Laura.
Oh no.
Yeah, and he was like she was like running. It was like something out of Benny Hill. She was running around this little like petting zoo, and this turkey was going like hell for leather to try and get her. I mean, I, of course, being the gentleman that I am, exited and just stood at the gate laughing. It was the funniest thing. Anyway, we're going to take a short break. We're going to give you opportunity to get your carts and your baskets to get checked out, and we'll come back with more. Any questions you've got in the meantime, by the way, if you're crafting along, fire them in, and we will see you back here in about 4 minutes' time.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt, never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless they're coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch, my favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like, lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes for the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my Best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast. The full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me, and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts, and then grab my tea.
Birthday coming soon. That's what that is. Next week, Monday. Get excited. You got the booklet yet? If you haven't got it, grab it. Tells you everything you need to know, pretty much. Might be one or two extra surprises. Stephanie says, we see wild turkeys every so often on the drive to my son's home. They must get along well with the deer. I find all this like wild turkey chat really interesting. Anne says the male wild turkeys are huge, and in groups they can be really aggressive. We had a gang of them where I used to live that would chase cars. Animal control had to come and take some of them away.
Are they friendly turkey? I often think of them as quite friendly birds, but I don't know why.
Well, that's not, because they're a gang of male ones that are chasing cars down the road.
Oh.
I would be driving away fairly swiftly if that was me. The females and the chicks are quite shy, though, says Anne. And Jane, who I think you're in Las Vegas, aren't you, says, we just get lizards.
You get lizards everywhere you go. Whenever I'm on holiday, I love a lizard.
The little tiny ones. They're really cute, aren't they? Like run across the path in front of you. Anyway, we're back with the Thanksgiving Showstopper. The reason we're talking turkeys is because Debbie has just constructed a turkey.
Yes, well, we're constructing him now. We've made the turkey parts. Never thought you would say that. We've not baked them, we've made them. And now we're going to colour the little bits in. So we've got the...
hey, Debbie, what'll you do next? What'll you do next? Because it's the wattle.
Now, because we use the medium shade on the head, and it's also craft card, we're going to use the lightest colour on the wattle. And that way it will stay that nice bright red. So just colouring that in. And then in contrast onto this, you'll see that it shows up quite nicely, like so.
Ah, yes.
There. So perfect. And then his little beak, we're going to be colouring it in with our burnt orange blend. So I'm literally just going over the whole surface with the lightest colour. You can use your ink pads or whatever you want if you've got ink pads and not pens. And then we're just going to put a little bit of shade in around his nostrils, around the edge, like so. And then just blend that one back in as well. There we go. Right, so now let's stick these together. Now again, I'm using my little intricate bottle. It's a great one to put your tacky glue into.
Bottle for the wattle.
Bottle for your wattle. Right, now let's place the eyes first. So we're going to put a little dot on each side there.
Yeah.
And then we're going to place those eyes. So we're going to have that one eye, like so. And then his other one, we're going to put in.
It's funny,
It's
Jamie.
funny. Jamie doesn't think it's funny.
I can't wait to see you. Get in. You got to get in closer than that.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to look at it now.
Come on, Jamie, get in. Come on.
Yeah, look.
He looks like he's in a trance or something.
It's like one-eyed. What is he called? One-eyed Moody. What's
What,
his
from the
name?
Goonies?
No, I was thinking from Harry Potter. One-eyed Moody.
I don't know. One-eyed Willie is what I was thinking from the Goonies.
One-eyed Moody. One-eyed Moody?
I don't know. Any Harry Potter aficionados?
I think it's One-eyed Moody. And then this one we're literally going to place. So this is where your tweezers will come in. Look how cute. It's so cool. Now, obviously, you could use one or the other eye. I like the fact that you can use two. If I bring in my finished one here, I've just put the 2 dots. They're like shocked to see each other, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, let's put this together. Otherwise, we're never going to get our card made, are we? Look at the time. Right, so we've got our bottom base there. Then we've got our next layer. So this one here. So we're just going to put some glue, just a little bit of tacky glue, and that's going to go here. You just sort of determine how, where you want it and how tall you want your turkey.
Yeah.
But they pretty much sort of go where you want to put them. So then our next one, we're going to put that slightly at a slant, going down there, like so. And then we're going to put our head right, which is going to go where the shoulders are. So where this comes, that's where the shoulders are going to be. So just at the top there. So pop that right in the centre. Isn't it funny until you get to the finished results that it looks quite funny?
Oh. Tracy's been in touch.
Oh, okay.
Apparently the character you're I can't read the exact message she sent through. But basically, to surmise what she said, the character is called Mad Eye.
Mad Eye Moody, yes, that's it.
Yep.
One Eye Moody,
Not
I was
one
calling
eye.
it.
One Eye Moody. Thanks so much, Tracy, and thank you for putting that so nicely in your message. That's brilliant. I'll tell you after the show what she called us.
I can imagine.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Mad Eye Moody, yes, that's what it is. I was close, I haven't watched Harry Potter for a while.
No, I've only seen like the first 3 or 4, I think.
I love that. You know what I love more than anything else?
Yeah.
That Tracy's watching us.
That's because she can't get enough of us.
I know.
She spends all day
She
with
must
us, and
really
the first thing
miss
she does
us.
is she goes home, she puts us on because she misses us, you see. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
Misses our fun and humour. One-Eyed Willie was in the Goonies, says Jane. Yes. And Victoria says, gobble, gobble, this is great. The turkey is so cute, says Jessica. And Stephanie says, was it Beaker that is a Muppet with the eyes? Yes, it was Beaker. Used to hang around with the scientist guy. That was Beaker. What was the scientist guy called? Bunsen.
Bunsen burner.
Yeah, Bunsen and Beaker. Stephanie says, I think you don't celebrate Thanksgiving in the UK. No, we don't actually. She says, but do you make a stuffed turkey, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, gravy, vegetables and pumpkin pie? I think we do. Aside from the pumpkin pie, which I don't feel is very big here in the UK, is it? Pumpkin pie. The rest of it.
I've done this, Ben, and realised that I've
What?
took off the layer there, which I didn't want to do. So I don't want to stick that down anywhere yet. And we didn't put any under there.
I've just heard it's not Tracy that wants to watch us, it's her daughter Liv.
Right, so we've got our turkey, so I'm going to pop that to the side. Sorry, Liv. Sorry, Liv. I love the fact that Liv's watching us, absolutely. Right, should we get our card done?
Yes.
So let's bring that in. I'm putting our turkey to the side, bringing in our card blanks. So I've got 2 card blanks. This is going to be our main one. We're then going to trim a piece of the burgundy. So I've got a piece out of the vintage Halloween, and we're going to use that on the base. Now, my card is 6x6, so we're going to go just a fraction shorter than the 6x6. So let's bring that in. So we've got 6x6, and I'm going to go just over the 5 3/4. So about, I would say, 5 7/8 of an inch. So that's going to be our base onto here, and that will just leave a really small frame around the edge there. Next, I'm going to take a piece of our cardstock. I'm just going to go for this pretty one at the front, and we're going to trim that one down just under what our burgundy one is. So I'm going to go just under the 5 3/4. So trim that one, and then that one, like so. So that's going to give us our mats and layers. Don't stick them yet, just in case anyone's getting ahead. Because now what I want to do, we're going to take off the top layer. We're going to bring in our nesting dies. So if you've got nesting dies, I want to use the largest nesting die. So I've got 2 nesting dies. This one is, let me give you the measurement so you roughly sort of know. It's about 4 1/4.
Yeah.
And I'm literally going to place that into the middle there, and we're going to run that through our die cutting machine.
Al says, Debs, you've watched Mad Eye in Mr. Mercedes and the Joker.
Yes, he's been in them just lately.
Brendan Gleeson.
I didn't guess it was him in Mr. Mercedes.
I think Brendan Gleeson is also the guy who plays Knuckles McGinty in Paddington 2. I love that movie.
Correct.
Paddington 2 is one of my favourite movies, and there's a 3rd one coming out soon, isn't there?
Ah, there you go. There you go. Goes to Peru. Yes, I remember now. You're right. Yeah.
It's coming out soon, I think.
Yeah.
Gidget says in Utah, this is too adorable. I love the turkey. You've got to get this collection. If you haven't yet got it, jump in and grab it. If you don't want to go for the Showstopper, you can get the Thanksgiving dies and the pad individually. So have a look for those on the shop of the day, shop the show.
So now I'm taking the smaller one. So the smaller of the circle, we're now going to cut through the centre of our patterned cardstock.
Okay.
So, and now this is just me being frugal, because you could absolutely, if you wanted to, use another piece of card and cut through it and do your mats and layers. I just like to be frugal, and because you're going to be hiding all of that, you don't really want to, it doesn't matter that you're cutting out of the middle, because what we're actually going to do is replace those 2. So you've got those 2 on top of each other like so. Once these are stuck down, which we're going to do now, that will go over the top, that will go just onto there. We're then going to place these back to give the illusion of that coming out of there.
Yeah.
So let's just stick all these ones into place. So I'm just going to use my tape pen. If you wanted a bit of wiggle room, just use your tacky glue or your Collall all-purpose glue. So let's pop that onto the side. It doesn't matter sort of where that is in the centre, as long as it's roughly in the centre. It doesn't need to be perfect, because you're not going to see that at all. And then we're going to pop the next one back on there into the centre. Again, just use your tape pen to go round. So it's just a nice little way to do something a little bit different and use those papers in the centre. So let's make sure I've got that the right way, because on this one you've got a little bit of script. Not that anyone, I think, is going to notice, but just in case they do, you know you've got your script the right way.
Such a beautiful paper, that one, isn't it?
It's beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. So just moving that one in. So that's going to go like so. So this one then we're going to actually put onto foam pads. So I want this one flat, and then we're going to put the other one on foam pads, but we're not going to stick that one down. I keep saying that because I don't want you to stick it and then me say, oh, we're not sticking that one down. So if we just stick this one to start with, so that's just going to go in the centre like so, just getting that even. And then we're going to bring in that beautiful leaf die. So this outside leaf cut, and we're going to cut this out of some of our orange cardstock. So I'm going to take one piece there, pop that on your plate. In fact, I think we could possibly cut two out at the same time because we want two of them. So I'm going to just take some, I wonder if we can fit that onto there. Ah, yeah, perfect. So let's take that, I'm going to fold that in half and then just run that one through as well.
Good morning, Carol Garwood-Beard just joined us. Hi, Lois, who says, hello everyone from Ohio. Sorry, I'm late. The oncologist said that I'm stable. Well, that is great news. Jeffrey says, good evening, Lord Ben and Lady Debbie Giggles and the magnificent and wondrous CTV crew. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We've only got just over 10 minutes left on this show, unfortunately, but we're back tomorrow. I'll tell you more about that in just a bit, but another Crafty Stash show coming up.
Absolutely. Right, now with these, because these are a bit too orange for what I want, so I'm going to bring in our ink pad again and our seal brown, and we're just going to go around the edges of these. So all I'm going to do is literally just tap some of these into the edge, just around. And this is just going to distress it a little bit, but tone it in with all the different cardstocks that we've used. Now, I don't need to go around all the edges because I only some of this. I mean, you could actually, Ben, if you really wanted to be frugal, cut this in half and use half on one side, half on the other.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just going to stick mine down here. So I've done both the wrong side, so I'm just going to go round the other side because I've had that one over here, like so. So we're just going to stick that into place. And again, just using your tacky glue bottle or your tacky into that intricate fine tip nozzle. And then we're just going to place that one. Be mindful of going over your edges because if you want to fit it into an envelope, you don't want to hang them off the edges too much. Didn't put a lot of glue on that one, so it doesn't want to stick down, but it will be fine. And then we'll do the other one. This one is going to go the opposite way, this side, so we're just going to ink around this edge.
What colour is that again, did you say?
This is the seal brown.
Seal brown.
Yes. And all this cardstock is used from the vintage Halloween linen cardstock.
Right.
But you see at the beginning of the show, if you're just joining at the beginning of the show, there is a shopping list.
Yeah.
So you know exactly what
If
to use.
you get this Showstopper, by the way, there's similar cardstock available in the linen cardstock that you're going to get in the Showstopper, so you can always sub that in, because that's the thing, isn't it, with these, is that if you don't have the exact papers, then if you've got something similar, you can always sub those in, can't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So once we've done that, we're then going to use this one to go on top, but we're going to put this one onto some foam pads.
Okay.
And just because not to use loads of foam pads, I'm actually just going to use our foam on a roll, and that way we can just pop that in strips across there. And that then is going to add the height, but because we've put the leaves underneath, they're going to sit beautifully there. So let's just take these ones off. So take the backing off of those, and then we're going to pop that down. And then that one, and you don't have to worry about matching it up with the underside. No. It's not gonna, you're not going to notice that at all. And we're just going to place that into the centre, like so. And then bring your turkey back in, and then all I'm going to do with the turkey is, where did I put, there it is. I'm going to put some more foam pads, but this time I want to put, that one is, cut that in half. I'm going to put another one on here, and then we're going to put one on the back, because that then we'll get to the same height by putting two on the bottom there. So that one will go into place, into his eyes.
Don't start that again. Right
into the centre there. And then we've got our sentiment to do. So let's bring this one in. And this. So this, I took a little bit. This is why I wanted two cards. If you've got just some cream cardstock that matches your cream card, use that. But I've just used a card for this one. And then we're just going to trim out of this. So what I want to do is first of all do the thankful, and I'm also just going to trim this out as well because we want to do some stamping. So whichever one you want to do, I'm going to use the for everything you do. And that's what I love about these. I know that, you know, we do these as a Thanksgiving set, but actually, if you just wanted to use it as, you know, saying thanks to somebody,
Yeah.
I think it's a great collection. So let's run that through our Gemini.
Might be a nice one to use if you make, you know, thank you cards, if you're thankful to somebody for Christmas gifts, festive presents, those kind of things. But it's just a really handy sentiment to have
Do you know
right
what it'd
throughout the
be
year.
a nice one for, Ben? If you have, if you've had an autumn wedding or a winter wedding, to for your thank you cards, sort of being autumnal, they would be really nice. So we've got our thankful.
I would love a wedding card with the turkey on the front as well.
Well, I wasn't. Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? I mean, I wasn't thinking. It would be cool if you had roast turkey for one of your meals, wouldn't it? And I'm also going to cut that out of the red as well. So let's take that one and cut it out of the red. That's just going to give us an underlay, which will shadow and just make that pop a little bit more. Yeah, thankful. Thank you for your for everything you do. Or thank you for your for the wedding with a turkey, especially one that's got eyes like that.
Imagine that, then opening up the wedding card and just seeing that turkey pop out. Hello.
Right, so we've got those two bits. Now I'm going to bring in my stamping platform. Just going to pop them to the side. Bring in the stamping platform, and let's just stamp that stamp out. So pop that into place, going to line that up and literally just pop that on. So we're going to have thankful for everything you do.
Say hi to Stephanie. She says, love this paper pad. She says, I'm looking forward to using it. It's really nice actually because you've got a few pages of beautiful kind of autumnal foliage and flowers and sort of harvest veg, and then you've got pages of your plaids as well. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 12 designs you're getting and 2 sheets of each. And Gidget in Utah says, I'm loving you, Ben and Debbie, says Gidget. Lots of giggles and fun. Gidget also, I've just seen your comment saying, I'm cleared of cancer too. Yay, all of us.
Oh,
so congratulations to you, Gidget, as well. Lovely to hear your good news. We've got 5 minutes left, Debbie. I think, again, you're going to finish this like just in time, perfectly.
Yeah, I do try. I try. One of these days I'm going to get caught out, aren't I? And I'll be like, I'm sorry, guys, I haven't finished. So, yes, let's just pop our sentiment on. So I've just got thankful for everything you do. And all we're going to do is use the back of this one to put our dots on. So we'll use our dotty tape pen. That's going to put that on top of our red one, that nice burgundy cardstock, like so. I mean, it's such a beautiful, what's the word, font on this one, beautiful. So just slightly shadowing that one. Use that across there, and that will just give, it'll make it just pop a little bit more. Turn it over, just burnish that down so it doesn't come away. Just hold in the bottom as you burnish so it doesn't go anywhere. And then all I'm going to do is pop this around here. I'm just using now, because I've got 2 pieces of card, I'm just using my glue, my wet glue, so I can position that better on the card. So that will go at the top here. You can see that just pops that little bit more. And then this one we are going to put onto some foam pads. So let's just pop one across there. In fact, I had one I just put to the side. Where's there? It is. I'm just going to trim that one down again. And that will go on the front. And then just to finish, we've got some little gems just to dot around. Just going to take a little bit of that off and pop that onto there. So that one will then, so we'll have our thankful for everything you do.
Brilliant.
And then I've just got some gems. Now, I didn't bring my whole tub, so I did just put a few gems into here. So let's just bring those. And I have got my picky up, pokey down tool.
Picky up, pokey down tool, I love it.
And we're just going to dot these around to finish off.
This card is so cute, says Pat Demarest. I love the design / structure of the card. I think you could adapt it for Halloween and Christmas cards.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, can you imagine you could have a Dracula turkey.
Turkula.
Turkula, yes.
Count
Yes,
Turkula.
Ben.
Count Turkula.
Oh, doesn't want to turn around that one. There we go. One there. And then our last one onto there. And there we go. There is our finished card. So let's turn that round. And there is our thankful for everything you do.
Count Turkula. No, it's a brilliant project, isn't it? We absolutely love that. And I think the kind of fun component of this Showstopper, the Thanksgiving collection, £44 or $52 if you want it all. It's just such a brilliant, brilliant collection. If you have crafted along in the show, make sure you tag us in any of your makes. We would love to see them, please, on the socials. And if you plan on doing it at a later date, again, let us know. And once you've done those projects, just tag us. Send the pictures in as well, because we do have Friday Night Lives coming up again soon. And we're always looking for projects. Not this Friday. Do you guys know what's coming up this Friday? Yeah, you will do, because the schedule's up, isn't it? We've got a special show this Friday, a countdown to birthday show. So no Friday Night Live this week, but the following week we'll be back to Friday Night Live. So send in your pictures and you could be winning some bonus points. And it's just been a fantastic day. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We're back again tomorrow. Of course, with it being Thursday, you know, this time tomorrow we'll have a cartload show. It's a stacked show, actually. Final cartload before birthday, so opportunity to pick up some really fantastic deals. We kickstart tomorrow with a show which is fast becoming a lot of people's favourites. It is Crafty Stash tomorrow, Debbie, isn't it? And are we doing storage tomorrow?
We are doing storage, yes. So if you've ever wondered how you store things or what best products to store things in or how you can get away with it, we're going to be looking at pen storage, ink pad storage, we're going to be looking at bags and just showing you how you can tidy up your craft desk and get all that stored away nice and neat. So yeah, it's going to be a nice fun hour tomorrow.
Yeah, and then we finish the week on Friday with the Crafty Stash shows. We're all about embossing techniques, aren't we, on Friday. Thank you to everyone for all your lovely comments throughout the show. Big thank you, of course, to Jan on the socials tonight. Thank you, of course, to Debbie. Thank you to Jake and to Tracy. If you're still watching, Tracy, thank you for your lovely message earlier on. Thank you also to Jamie and Nicola in the gallery. And thank you to you guys for watching. If you want anything from the show, shop the show. I know on the website as well, today, if you haven't checked out the outlet sale recently, some new lines have been added to that. So it's absolutely, if you get a chance today, worth having a little bit of a look, see the bargains that are there. But yeah, once again, a massive thank you to you all. Stay safe wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And Debbie and I will catch you back here tomorrow at midday UK time, 7 AM Eastern, 4 AM Pacific for Craft Your Stash. Until then, bye for now.